Time now for our Storm Watch coverage, and we're looking at you in Western Canada. BC saw a system move in yesterday, and this slow-moving system is moving across Alberta and eventually Saskatchewan through the day today. Places like Edmonton in a snowfall warning. We're looking at temperatures cooling down for you across Alberta today as well. As far as how much we're going to pick up, Edmonton in that 15 to 25 centimeter range. Higher amounts north of that and through the foothills, we're seeing up to 30 centimeters of snow. If you're wondering what's happening in Calgary, well, you're missing out on this storm, but you're not missing out on the cold. Calgary yesterday was +9. Today, temperatures are dropping to a high of -10. And look at that cold air in the north as well. So this time of year, you have to be prepared in case you ever get stuck outside in your vehicle. Dealing with snow squalls for the last few days. Yesterday, the Orillia area picked up 21 centimeters alone, and we're still getting lake effect snow that's winding down today, but we also still have the cold northern Ontario, northern Quebec, and southern Ontario too. So these extreme cold warnings still in play through the morning at least, and by the afternoon, Toronto is -11, feeling like -15. You're cold across Atlantic Canada, not only today, but right through the weekend. Now for Ontario, the snow squalls, yes, an issue through today, but also a little system comes in today through areas in northern Ontario, Thunder Bay, 3 to 5 centimeters into your Saturday, and some light snow falling through cottage country as well into Saturday afternoon. For Atlantic Canada, your story is the winds, the southwesterly winds creating sea effect snow through the Bay of Fundy. That's going to wind down by midday, but the western shores of Newfoundland all the way across the south shore into the Avalon will see gusty winds creating that sea effect snow through to tomorrow. So we've got a good 5 to 10 centimeters left to go in the western shores of Newfoundland and about under 5 centimeters. There are areas in Nova Scotia. Now, temperatures are going to moderate for you in Ontario and Quebec this weekend. Toronto's -1 for Saturday, so that's going to feel a lot warmer than today. Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Nicole Karkic. Our Storm Watch coverage for you in Western Canada will begin in a few moments, but I do want to update you on what's happening in the east. Atlantic Canada, you have some warnings as well. Snow squall watches and warnings up and down western shores of Newfoundland over towards Burgeo as well, the Avalon Peninsula too. It's these southwest winds that's creating the sea effect snow. Newfoundland around Corner Brook, we can see 5 to 10 centimeters, under 5 for the Avalon. And for areas through the Bay of Fundy, we do have the sea effect snow ending today, but a little shot of snow moves in across the maritime provinces today into tomorrow. But we're looking at under 5 centimeters left on this Friday, and then at 5 to 10 in the hardest hit areas. Now 1 centimeters of snow, and today we still have an additional 5 centimeters left to go with the lake effect snow ongoing, mainly a westerly wind. It looks to be dying down by midday, but around Parry Sound this morning, if you're traveling, there'll be issues, and midday around the Picton area, you could see something active as well. Now our Storm Watch coverage begins in Western Canada with Kyle Britton, who traveled to where the action is. Good tips from Kyle there. And as he said, we do have the active weather moving through Alberta. It was in BC, and it's still in BC this morning. Rain for the lower mainland, snow in the higher elevations where there are warnings in place. So this shoots through Alberta, Saskatchewan, eventually Manitoba as the weekend approaches, and then another little system to follow as we head into early next week. But let's focus on what's happening through today, and it's a good 15 to 25 centimeters areas around Edmonton North, Calgary being spared this system. It's just your temperatures drop to a high of -10 today. And speaking of temperatures, it's been all the talk across the U.S. and as well across Canada too. This is what's left behind for extreme cold weather warnings, a lot of them possibly dropping through the day. But as we look to your Saturday, a moderating effect for many cities. Winnipeg, your high closer to seasonal by tomorrow with a high of -13. Well, we're seeing a heavy amount of snow in Western Canada. BC seeing it through today, a good 20 to 30 centimeters into the weekend, and areas in Alberta around Edmonton, for example, 15 to 20 centimeters there. The rain as well for the lower mainland, an additional 15 to 25 for places like Vancouver. And then for the weekend, we're gearing up for this. Temperatures get very mild enough that we could see patchy freezing rain in southern Ontario to end the weekend, and rain as well all the way up to cottage country.
Your Weather Watch continues. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Beginning of a new month. It's February the 1st. I'm Emily Vukovic, and it is Friday. We are still incredibly cold this morning. We are starting off our day with an extreme cold warning still in place for the city of Toronto, but things will start to ease. Same with the squalls. Temperatures are going to start to warm up, and the squalls, they're easing. As you can see, places like Owen Sound and in through Orillia over towards Collingwood. I mean, they have seen so much snow anywhere along the shores of Huron and Georgian Bay up through the Bruce Peninsula. 30 to 40, possibly even 50 centimeters of snow with these squalls that have continued for days. Now, it is cold this morning. We are looking at wind chills of minus 25. That's what you need to dress for. The temperature, minus 17. By the afternoon, we're looking at minus 11. It's still going to be quite cold with that wind, but then tomorrow bumping up to minus 1. I know. That's huge. All right, we do have a weak clipper system on the way that is going to be impacting parts of northern Ontario. It's just literally going to clip us in the city of Toronto. Trace to a couple of centimeters, quite possible. And then, of course, tomorrow, it's Groundhog Day. We are looking at temperatures of minus 18. That's what it's going to feel like up towards Wyerton. Cold weather phenomenon. We have seen our fair share the last couple of days. Take a look at this story. Good morning. It is February 1st. It is also Friday. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks so much for joining us. Our cold air is finally starting to retreat. I know a lot of people are going to be happy about this. Temperatures are going to be returning more to seasonal values, and we actually have a very specific warm-up on the way as well. We are going to be seeing daytime highs next week. Just going to throw it out there. Maybe double digits. I know. Above zero. Not below. All right, we've got an extreme cold warning still in place for today through the city of Toronto. We are going to continue to feel wind chills into the minus 20s. Minus 23 is what it feels like this morning for the city. Temperature minus 17. By this afternoon, we're looking at minus 11, feeling like minus 17. That's much warmer than it has been in these last couple of days. I mean, it's a lot warmer. All right, we do have a system on the way, however. We've got a clipper that's coming into our north that is going to be clipping us with trace amounts of snow, heavier amounts up towards the Nickel Belt, North Bay, and then up towards Kingston and in through Ottawa. So if you do have travel plans tomorrow, that 401 corridor, it could be a little slick throughout the day. But for us, I mean, trace amounts and down towards Niagara, not seeing a bunch in through Hamilton, not a lot. But Goderich up through Barrie could see about 5 centimeters. All right, temperatures for tomorrow afternoon. This is where we start to moderate. We're looking at a daytime high of minus 1. In through Barrie, we're looking at minus 3, up towards Huntsville, minus 5. So still quite cool, but you can see where that snow is going to be coming in. Now, we are going to be seeing another system come in Sunday overnight into Monday. It's too warm for us to see snow. We're going to see rain. We have another system coming in Monday overnight and into Tuesday, and this one could bring in some significant travel disruptions, especially throughout northern Ontario as well as in through the Nickel Belt with that freezing rain risk. But for us, our temperatures are going to be too warm. We are going to be seeing primarily rain, but then we could see some snow on the backside of this system. So things will melt and then potentially freeze. All right, Sunday, that is where we're going to be seeing some mixing. And then Monday, we really warm up. Take a look at this next top 5. Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Friday. It is February the 1st, and the polar vortex has finally started to retreat through some areas of the country. We, in fact, have rain on the way through parts of Ontario and the frozen highlands. You do not want to miss this video coming up in Force of Nature. It is absolutely beautiful. All right, we still have an extreme cold warning in place for the city of Toronto. Temperatures this morning feeling more like the minus 20s yet again. Minus 17 is what it actually is. Now, our temperatures are going to be warming up this afternoon, but not by much. We're getting up to minus 11. I think the silver lining that's making everybody happy is that we are going to be seeing some nice bright sunshine. So that'll take the edge off just a touch. Now, we are going to be seeing milder conditions throughout the day tomorrow. Look at our daytime high in comparison. I mean, our temperatures are going to warm up significantly. We're looking at a daytime high tomorrow of minus 1. We do have a clipper system moving through, and that could be literally clipping us, giving us trace amounts of snow through much of the GTA. Areas a little bit further north seeing more significant snow. Places like Orillia have already picked up well over 30 centimeters. We have seen Owen Sound completely buried in through Wyerton. Well, a lot of snow in that area as well. And we can thank the squalls that are going to be easing today, so not adding too much to this clipper that's going to be moving through. Now, we do have a very messy system on the way for early next week that I think we should be talking about. We've got the potential for rain, and then Monday into Tuesday, another system coming in, and this one could be bringing us not only rain for the south, but freezing rain risk for the nickel belt, and then snow to the north. Now, a lot of people are going to be out and about, very busy this weekend because the cold temperatures are starting to lift, but it's also Groundhog Day. Wyerton Willie is going to be very busy, especially digging out of all that snow. But is he a fake or is he the real deal?
Experts.
Welcome to The Brief. Chris, Nicole, and Emily joining you. And today is Presenters Picks. This is where we get to kind of show off what we thought was really cool this week. And guys, I need to know, do you play an instrument?
I used to play piano and guitar.
So what you used to, so can you not play anymore?
I have not practiced in years.
Okay.
I used to play guitar.
Okay, imagine playing these instruments while they were frozen.
That'd be cool.
Right.
Check this out.
My name
And he was played at last week's New Music Festival in Winnipeg on the frozen Assiniboine River down to the Fork. So that would have been just absolutely sensational.
Hashtag ice goals.
I was going to say hashtag hairdo.
Great
Yeah,
hair.
great hair.
His hair.
All right, I'm next, and we
Yes.
go all the way to the south where protect themselves.
So they stuck their nose up there
yes,
so they could
so
breathe.
they can breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
very smart.
Humans. I wish we could
How
do
about
that.
you, Emily? What was your pick?
Okay, it was Kyle's video from.
We've got a winter storm coming. Just want to show you some amounts here. Let's snow around too.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Betcha.
Okay, we would love to hear from you. You can always send us a tweet at the Weather Network, at Weather Network on Twitter.